Earlier in the day, PlayStation hosted its latest State of Play. There's a lot of announcement to go through, so let's get straight into it. Starting off with the PS4 games, Lunar Silver Star Story Complete and Luna 2 Eternal Blue Complete. Two classic PlayStation 1 JRPGs returns with the remastered collection, featuring widescreen support, improved pixel art, HD animated cutscenes, and all new English voice acting on top of quality of life improvements. It's coming in spring 2025. Next up, we have Fear of the Spotlight, a PlayStation 1 inspired indie horror puzzle game made by a studio called Cozy Game Pals, consisting of just two people. The game is set to arrive on October 22nd. Originally released in 2021 for mobiles, Fantasia Neo Dimension is a high-definition port for modern platforms. It's produced and written by none other than Hironobu Sakaguchi, the creator of Final Fantasy, and music is produced by the legendary Nobuo Uematsu. You'll play as an amnesiac protagonist trying to save the world from a chemical infection that robs humans of their emotions and lives. Scheduled for December 5th, 2024. Celebrating the 25th anniversary of Soul Reaver, Aspyr, the developers behind Tomb Raider 1 to 3 remasters, brings you Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver 1 and 2 remastered, bringing in high definition assets, improved controls, and camera and trophies. The game is scheduled to arrive on modern platforms on December 10th later this year. Moving into the PSVR 2 section, starting off with Midnight Walk, developed by the Swedish studio Moonhood. It's their very first game, and Midnight Walk is described as a dark fantasy adventure game with handcrafted clay models. It's going to be available for PS5 and PSVR 2. No release date yet, but is planned for next year. Set in the near future in alternative nuclear Moscow, Russia, you play as Dr. Surder searching for a cure to save his wife, coming November 8th later this year. Hitman World of Assassination brings Hitman 1 to 3 into a single game for VR with new features such as dual wielding, new controls, and gameplay mechanics. Those who already own a copy of World of Assassination can upgrade for $9.99 dollars, coming later this December. Starting off the state of play, they started with Astrobot, and as previously known, it will come with a free DLC that would add 5 speedrun levels and 10 new cameos to collect for free, coming to PS5 sometime this fall. Titled Radical Reptiles is a paid DLC that adds Mondo Gecko and Mona Lisa as playable characters. That's not all though, as a free update bringing a remixed version of the soundtrack featuring guest artists, are available to download right now. Then we have the Lake House expansion, which is the second and final expansion for Alan Wake 2. It's coming in October, but no specific date just yet. As previously planned by ShiftUp, Stellar next update will include the highly requested photo mode. Furthermore, the full original soundtrack is now available to stream on selected streaming platforms. And lastly, a collaboration with Nier Automata coming later this year. The Sonic the Hedgehog movie 3-pack adds the movie version of Shadow of the Hedgehog as a playable character and is voiced by Keanu Reeves. The additional DLC will have a story that's set in Tokyo, Japan, but will not be connected directly to the movie. The DLC is included with the digital deluxe edition as well as pre-orders right now until December 12th when it comes out. Hell is Us is an upcoming action-adventure game set in a war-torn country where the player must unravel the mysteries of their past and confront the human darkness that fuels the chaos as described by the developers, set to come in 2025. ArcheAge Chronicles is a sequel to the first ArcheAge game released back in 2013. Set 50 years later, embark on a new adventure with your friends in this new open world game, planned for 2025. Palworld is out right now for the PS5 for the very first time in 68 markets around the world, but not in Japan due to the developer's Pocket Pair getting sued by Nintendo. A sequel to Dragon Age Inquisition, set 10 years later, Dragon Age The Veiled Guard takes control of your custom character as you and your 7 companions fight to save the world of Tidus and unite the Veiled Guard. Arrives October 31st, 2024. Releasing early access in November, Towers of Azkaban is an action-adventure builder game where you have to rebuild civilization and the ecosystem and share your world with your friends. Developed by the same studio as Neo, Dynasty Warriors Origin is the latest entry in the series. Play as a nameless hero, conquering the Three Kingdoms and legendary warriors across China. Set to be released sometime in 2025. The latest entry in the Monster Hunter series finally has a release date, coming to modern platforms on February 28, 2025. A spin-off of the Horizon series, the game retells the events of Horizon Zero Dawn in a LEGO-themed and more lighthearted environment. Pre-order starts October 3rd, and the digital deluxe edition includes a roller coaster, 6 new outfits, 3 inspired by the Frozen Wild DLC, 1 Ratchet, 1 Rivet, and 1 Sackboy outfit. Be aware you have to progress through the game before you unlock your bonuses. And finally announced after years of being an open secret, Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered features over 10 hours of re-recorded dialogues, mocap, graphical improvements, and more to match its sequel Horizon Forbidden West. The game includes the base game plus the Frozen Wilds DLC. Those who already own the game can upgrade for $9.99 USD, otherwise will cost $4.99 USD brand new. Coming out October 31st later this year. Ending the state of play, we have the confirmation of the sequel to Ghost of Tsushima called Ghost of Yotei, where you play as the new protagonist Atsu in 1603 Yotei in the Hokkaido region of Japan, taking place over 300 years after Ghost of Tsushima, coming to PS5 next year. So yeah, a lot of game news, and while I can certainly understand the negative reactions towards the state of play, I think a lot of them have too high expectations, and with the recent blunder with Concord and PS5 Pro, it didn't help the situation. Some of my favorite announcements from the show would be Soul Reaver, seeing as I've never played it before, but I heard a lot of good things about it, and certainly will play it sometime in the near future. I was surprised by Palworld it was included, knowing the ongoing lawsuit with Nintendo. But when I read the article, it was not going to be available in Japan. Yeah, it makes sense. I was not surprised that the rumored Days Gone remaster wasn't announced, as it feels too early to be revealed. And obviously, like many of us, the eagerly awaited sequel to Ghost of Tsushima, Ghost of Yotei, has finally been revealed, and I can't wait to return to World of Ghost and take in the amazing vistas of Japan once more. That's the whole thing with, people wanted a sequel to Jin's story. Well, ever since I finished the game when it came out 5 years ago now, or was it four? Well, 4 or 5 years ago now. I always felt that Jin's story was complete and we didn't need a sequel to his story, so I'm glad that Sucker Punch went with a new protagonist and I can't wait to play it. Overall, I enjoyed the state of play. As usual, let me know the good and the bad in the comments, and I'll see you next time.